you multi-talented, multitasking, multi-everything people out there. Take it away.
Find your glory, write your story, fearless feet will carry you. Time you own it, take your moment, be a fire burning through. Hustling from night until morning, grinding it out, it won't be long. Feel your power, it's your hour, you inspire, you are strong.
Enjoy your Zoa. No applause? You're all fired.
Hey, good morning, America. Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Money. Are you ready? They are ready. Covering the biggest events in the country right now.
There's a lot going on here this morning.
It's always a good time. That's what the show's about.
That's good.
Really good. Very good.
Coming in hot. Jimmy coming in hot.
It's far from elementary.
Oh.
Good morning, America.
I'm not going to try to strut like Michael or anything.
I have known George a long, long time.
Have you ever gotten him to dance?
Look at that face.
You don't just see it, you feel it.
I'm in.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'll be there.
I am here and so happy.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'm in.
That tells you something when Snoop Dogg's in. Michael, George, Lara, Ginger.
Well, hello to you, and you. We do have a lot to get to. Good morning to everybody. Glad to have you all here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 destinations for you all this morning. Kandi Burruss is getting honored at BravoCon in a very big way. We'll talk about that. And Mae Robinson, a legend in Black history, has went home to heaven. We'll talk about that. Nicki Minaj, Lord Jesus. We'll talk about her. It's just ridiculous. I mean, at this point, how do some people still have careers while people trying to get a career can't even get to the door to knock on it? That's a damn shame. Then we're going to talk about Uno. And I learned something about Uno that I had no idea about as well. We're going to get to that. Nokia is not going to be producing in the United States anymore. We'll get to that. And then Tesla is in a lawsuit. What else is new with Tesla? Higher is weighing, low is available. But either way, we are live on Twirl. Let me take down this iconic intro here. You see that virtual tour background? Yes, you do. You hear that virtual tour music? Yes, you do. And one thing to know, two things for sure, that all of us over here know that a lot happens early. Shops of 4 people here. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Let's get into it. We're live on tour. Rolling.
It's a new morning for America's family. Sun's coming up, so make it all that it can be. You know a lot happens early.
I'm Harry Smith.
I'm Julie Chen. I'm Maggie Rodriguez.
Morning everywhere. Come on, get up.
I'm Russ Mitchell.
And I'm Dave Price.
And it's a little early for this.
Right now, this it's a new morning for America's family. Sun's coming up, so make it all that it can be. You know a lot happens early. Every day's good when you start it out right. But I'm waiting for you in the daylight. And a lot happens early. Can you feel it when I say?
Good morning, everybody.
Are you girls ready for the Jonas Brothers?
We have an early show exclusive. Yes.
A lot happens early.
A lot.
A lot.
A lot happens
Early.
The Early Show, weekday mornings on CBS.
It's a new morning.
Yes, it is Julie Chen Moonves. It is a new morning to Russ Mitchell, Dave Price, Harry Smith, and Maggie Rodriguez. You're absolutely right on this channel. A lot happens early. Good morning, everybody. Hopefully all is well for each and every single one of you. Let's get to the gig and doing what we do, everybody. Here we go. By the way, y'all, something has happened. My idiotic university is doing something that nobody likes. So I gotta get some things arranged, okay? But I'm gonna talk with some people about it, okay? But everything is good. Just, ever since 2020, people have been making dumb decisions, and Ken Stay is another one of those people making dumb decisions. But that's neither here nor there. Let's roll on to our first destination right here from Deadline.com. Real Housewives of Atlanta alum Kandi Burruss to receive the Lifetime Achievement Award at BravoCon 2025. Kandi Burruss has been said to be the next recipient of the Lifetime Achievement Award at the Bravos, scheduled to be awarded at BravoCon 2025. During an appearance on Watch What Happens Live, host Andy Cohen revealed that the Real Housewives of Atlanta star will receive the honor this year during our BravoCon shows in Las Vegas this November at the Bravos. Kandi Burruss is the next recipient of the illustrious Lifetime Achievement Award, recognizing her incredible run on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, Cohen said on the late night show. Cohen added, "I'm so happy we get to really honor you in a great way at the Bravos this year." Burruss, who joined Roa in season 2 and remained on the show for 14 seasons, said, "I'm super excited about it. I really do appreciate it." She added, "I feel like I put a lot of time." Burruss will be the second Real Housewives star to receive the honor, followed by Real Housewives of Orange County alum Vicky Goverson, who received the award at the 2023 Bravos. The actress, singer, songwriter, entrepreneur, and Broadway producer was a staple of Raw throughout most of the show's run. Burruss was there during the peak seasons of the reality series, and when asked if she would return to the franchise, she didn't completely shut it down. "I guess you can never say never, but I don't see it happening really anytime soon," Burruss said on Watch What Happens Live. BravoCon 2025 will take place at the Caesars Forum in Las Vegas from November 14th to the 16th. Well, congratulations on that. That is huge. I know the Kenya Moore fans are like, damn. But, I mean, she is the longest running housewife. But you know what? Shout out to Kandi. I mean, Escape, Roa, Washington, and Orfilio. Or I think it was Orfilio. I think it was Orfilio with Jake Gyllenhaal. She got the bags. Okay, so congratulations, Kandi Burruss. Everyone, to mention that great news right there. All right, speaking of great news, I want to detour just for a second, because you never know who you're impacting, right? So, as y'all know, yesterday on our show, we covered, yesterday, one day ago. So yesterday we covered a young lady by the name of Nokia Hamilton, right? And I want y'all to see this, right? She actually commented on the tour, right? So you just never know who you're reaching. So that's why I do what I do. Because like I said, we covered a lot of this show. We covered Germany, Nokia Hamilton, That's Westworld Culture, Popeyes, Carnival Cruise Line, ABC News and Extra. We covered 7 destinations in one show. But you just never know who you're reaching as you're creating. So just be aware of what you do. So just wanted to show some love to Nokia Hamilton. I meant every damn word. You deserve the world and then some. Yes, indeed. All right, y'all. More Breaking News Virtual Tour Live coming up right from the space right here, right now from blacknews.com. World War II 6888 veteran Anna Mae Robinson dies at 101 years old. Woo, she lived a good life, 101 years. That is not too bad at all. Anna Mae Robinson, one of the last surviving members of the all-black female military unit known as the 6888, died recently at the age of 101. Her unit played a key role during World War II by storing massive backlogs of mail for U.S. troops in Europe, helping boost soldier morale. Last year, Tyler Perry released a film on the 888 starring Kerry Washington telling their story. Born in 1923 in Pine Bluff, Arkansas. Woo, pig, suey, Razorbacks. Yes, indeed. Robinson worked as a teacher before joining the Women's Army Corps. In 1943. 2 years later, she was deployed to Europe as a part of the 6,808th Central Postal Directory Battalion, the only all-black, all-female unit to serve overseas during the war. The battalion was tasked with storing millions of delayed letters and packages stacked in warehouses in England and France. They worked day and night, processing over 17 million pieces of mail in just a few months. Their efforts helped connect soldiers with loved ones during wartime. Despite their success, the women faced discrimination both within the military and society. Their mission was largely overlooked for decades, with their contributions going mostly unacknowledged. Recognition finally came later in 2019. Robinson and her fellow unit members were armed by the U.S. Army. In 2022, Congress awarded them the Congressional Gold Medal, and a 2024 Netflix film about the unit, directed by Tyler Perry, brought the story to a wider audience. According to the Wall Street Journal, Robinson died on July 5th in Maplewood, Minnesota. She is survived by her 2 children, 3 grandchildren, and several great-grandchildren. Well, first of all, rest in joy to Mae Robinson, and thank you and the 688 for what you all did. Because let me tell you something, it has always been Black women that, they are the bedrock of our culture. Just like women are the bedrock of the world. Without women, there would not be a Brandon Lee, there would not be a Barack Obama. Okay. You know what I mean? So shout out to Mae Robinson, but 101 years old. What a life to live for sure. 101 years old. Wow. And hey, Linnell, still good to see you, my friend. I hope all is well with you as well. All right, y'all. I know we got to go from excellence to disgrace. I know. I don't want to do it either, but she's in the news. Lord Jesus. From NewTakeout.com, Nicki Minaj, everybody. Nicki Minaj attacks SZA, calls her Menza because she's miserable. Nicki Minaj surprised many of her social media followers by launching into a savage attack on R&B singer SZA, who is currently on a joint arena tour with Kendrick Lamar. It seems SZA posted about the Mercury retrograde, warning her fans not to take the bait. And Nicki may have assumed that the tweet was about her, although Nicki did not state what she was so angry about. According to astrologists, Mercury retrograde can affect some star signs more than others and cause explosive reactions and poor decisions. So, wait a minute, let me see if I got this right. So Mercury retrograde, which is an actual factual smactual thing, and SZA tweeting it, got you upset? If it doesn't apply, let it fly. But if you let it fly, it must apply, right? Child. The way she tweeted this to remind herself to stay positive during retrograde, and Nicki Minaj negative ass caused her to take the bait. She was talking about all that there. It's sad to watch someone you used to love as a child grow up to become so sad and bitter. Nicki Minaj stay beefing with any female rapper who does a little bit better than her or gets a gram before she does, like Doechii and SZA has done nothing to the bitter granny. Ooh, not the bitter granny. Oh my Lord Jesus. Go draw your freckles back on Bookie. Justice for the board. Deposition Perez, liar, pants on fire, line. Sounds like a fucking dead dog, itch looking and sounding like she got stung by a fucking bee. Dot draws on my fake freckles. Those are just some of the tweets there, and you see there, like, bro, this is just ridiculous. Itch, oh yeah, all that there. She continued, itch, where are those 30 million streams that disappear on Spotify like your faux freckles? SZA quickly responded, Ryan, I don't give a fuck about none of that weird issue popping, adding a separate tweet. I wasn't even talking about or to anyone. I just got off the stage talking about retrograde ends at me. The fuck? Yes, I'm mad now. Now, do you need that? Her explanation only got Nicki more. He had shoved ugly. I'm in a meeting, so I don't know if he was still talking shit or not. If you did, I'll delete later, ho. Wow. The fact that this, in the words of Niles the Butler from The Nanny, we're still waiting for the DNA results to see if Nicki Minaj is a woman or not, mentally and otherwise. Chat. Okay. She added, wait, does SZA think she's more successful than me? LOL, y'all catch me up, please. SZA, if every song you ever done vanished right now, the music biz will even miss you. I've been to countries that never heard of you. I know you're not that cigar stadiums. Did you look at the venues I played on my own headline festival tour out of the country last year? Itch, have you ever headlined to 80,000 people? So, my Lord, she added, Itch, what have you ever done besides yodel with Alton that needed retune? Boo, I'm an icon, you're not the end. Pay that man for almost breaking his back. Why didn't you speak up when you're acceptable and harassing me, you dirty mangy cunt? Wow. She did not stop there. Listen, Missa, I said find you some mother-ucking else body to play with. Itch, you already played your own 304, and we see how that went, Itch, and now you know I don't surgically shame or body shame. You know I don't even do that. You don't body shame? So you didn't make a track called Bigfoot and then got big mad because you got big mad about Megan's Law because your man has a PDF file? My Lord. But Itch, I don't know if you're fat, obese, chunky, or skinny, you see. So now I got to call Dr. Now to make me figure out what the fuck been going on here, Itch. Because what retrograde were you in, ma'am? You see what happens when you're so thirsty to be stupid, mother-ucking corny. The old Nicki Minaj I grew up with is far gone. Her, Drake, and Wayne are easily the biggest losers in rap right now. Like, what did SZA Doechii do to you besides have a Grammy that you don't need to delete Twitter because it's ruining your image, which is already in pieces? Several Nicki Minaj fans called out the rapper for the attack, pointing out that she had fallen with a slew of high-profile artists, including Lil Kim, Cardi B, Doechii, Iggy Azalea, Doja Cat, Megan Thee Stallion, Taylor Swift, Miley Cyrus, Mariah Carey, and Lotto. This is why I don't get, right? If you are the supposed queen of rap, stagnant princes and princesses can never compete with progressive kings or queens. You being a stagnant princess. That's what you're doing. You're being a stagnant princess. Like I said, Megan Thee Stallion is doing Airbnb experiences, got her own tequila with Klay Thompson. SZA is on tour with Kendrick Lamar, got an amazing movie with Keke Palmer that's going to be coming out for the sequel. And meanwhile, you got a PDF file for a husband. What the hell? What the what? I want to bring up something real quick. I want to bring this up because, you know, it's always interesting when you can run your mouth for everybody else, but yet you don't take your own advice. Give me a moment, because I want y'all to hear this. I want y'all to hear this, okay? Now, of course, everybody knows about the Marlon Wiggins baby oil thing, right? Now, Nicki Minaj had some advice. Okay, let me see. Okay, I want y'all to watch this. Shout out to Karmic Resolution, but I want y'all to watch this, okay?
Yes, and my subscribers, they donated to the More Oil Fund, and I was up there doing those numbers every day.
Armand, that's not funny. I don't know what the fuck is you talking about. Talking about some More Oil Fund? What is you talking about?
It was
you're
the
not
inside.
making no baby oil.
No. So that was the inside joke, just because it was just so egregious and just ridiculous how he would request, it would be more oil. So when I broke down the story, it was just the fact that this nigga was really over there telling her, like, there needs to be more baby oil, more oil. And so people just started crashing out and laughing at that. So then we called it the More Oil.
Nicki Minaj is about to do is have the Black Dad's a Bad Proxy of Black Imagination call Armand Wiggins out on his shit when she got her own shit. Just watch.
Which means they were donating money for me to stay and cover the case because they were so entertained. The bottom line is I was making light of, it was easier for them to digest this egregious, disgusting case. Like, you know what I mean? Like, how me and you talking right now. I mean, I didn't want to do it in like this CNN reporting style. Like I was sitting in court for 8 hours.
Let me tell you something. But the thing is, when the world is watching, you have to switch it up a bit, because what the fuck we not something. But the thing is, when the world is watching, you have to switch it up a bit, because what the fuck we not gonna do is be coons. Okay.
Yeah, that's where I fucked up. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah, because you knew other people was watching us at that time and at that moment, and we not doing that in 2025, sir.
Yes,
so
and that's why
I ran. If it was just us, like me and you, we could accidentally, and whatever, because our peoples know that this ain't how, what I'm saying, that we can be intelligent and smart, if we need to. What? But
Nicki Minaj said intelligent and smart in the same sentence. Let's roll out.
Some people, they don't know that. Some people are really thinking that you are, like, so, yeah.
Well, and two.
So, you're telling Armand that when the world is watching, you need to act accordingly, but yet your ass ain't doing it your damn self. I can't. I did. What? So, here is this. Right, so this tweet here, all of this, right? Like, do you know the level of inside hate for yourself that you had to have this, that you had to be this much of an for no reason to women you later worked with? Pot me cattle. Now you want to act like a motherfucking tarot card. Itch quit. What an odd little weirdo. People also calling you a little odd little weirdo too, Nicki. Just saying. Boo, I'm an icon, you're not. An icon doesn't have to say they're an icon, they just move an icon energy. But hey, what do I know though, right? I'm just a black man talking on YouTube. These bot numbers on all platforms have y'all losing y'all motherfucking minds. You type that would have been quiet in school trying to fit in. You still have no clue who you are. I know you went nights without washing that usty face. How do you remember exactly where every freckle go? Okay, shout out to the ladies that got freckles. There's a young lady that she went to Parkview High School with me, and her name is Mahogany. Beautiful woman, beautiful, and she's a whole model out here. So it's like, people do like freckles. They do. Hashtag justice for Desiree Perez. We want to discuss your daughter's lawsuit. Did you go to your deposition? Oh, okay. Right here, Itch Eye Gorilla hit that auto-tune button and Miss Meek admit freckles. And y'all, this came out in 2011. I don't get neither Rihanna or Sierra can hold a note for them, or one's just worse than the other. So what's the beef? So this was posted 11 years ago, right? And SZA has elevated. And I am sure, and here's the gag, right? I am sure that if SZA picked up the phone and called Rihanna or Sierra, they would pick up for SZA before Nicki Minaj. I bet you that. It used to be on Twitter dissing Rihanna and Sierra, but when it was time to suck dick and get opportunities from them, she drew freckles on, got to sucking right, allegedly. Like, itch, stop being jealous of women who secretly ill to be up there a-holes. These men put marriage in y'all back. Y'all stupid enough to keep it going, not peeping that it's not going to end well for them or you. Bust off Melina. You know, you really are self-projecting quite a lot. But here's the thing, right? You were so anal, right, about not getting a Grammy, but yet they invited you on the Grammy board, right? See, Carla Farrell from the Steve Harvey Morning Show said, quote, I'll never forget, she said, man gives awards, God gives rewards, right? So, obviously, you're not a legend if you don't have a Grammy. Jealous of women, but yet you're going after women? Okay, Chad. Okay. Child, let's roll on. Everybody from the Jasmine brand once again, okay? Hey, Uno fans, a rumor has come to our attention that there will be Uno tables on casino floors in Las Vegas. Sounds wild, huh? Wild card, Uno. We hate to be the bearers of bad news, but the casino floor isn't ready for us yet. We've been told that while they do have tight security, it's not robust enough for Uno at this time. They know black people play Uno and don't end well for friendships and relationships. This isn't a reverse card. While we get this sort out, the Uno Social Club is rolled out to bars in Los Angeles, New York, Chicago, Atlanta, and Austin, Texas this month. Stay wild, the Uno team, right? So the clarification comes after Mattel announces Uno Social Club pop-up at the Palms Casino Resort from July 18th to the 20th, which had some fans thinking bang tables were in the works. So this is what I have to say about this. I talked about this before. I did. Give me a moment. Right here. So we talked about this, right? So we talked about this right here, the Uno Social Club, right? So I broke down how this could be Mattel's family entertainment center and franchise, right? So we talked about this here. And we also talked about it in a show as well. Let me see. Uno. So Mattel, let me see. Is it? Give me a moment, y'all. Because we actually talked about it within a show, and that show spawned off is this it? Let's see. No, that was Uno the game show. Damn, no. Good to damn well that I had Uno Social Club. Give me a moment, y'all. Give me one moment here. Give me a moment. Because I know. And like I said, I'll know it when I see it, y'all. Because we actually do content over here. And you know what? I know how it's going to pop up. I know how it's going to pop up. Because all you got to do is go back down. Because there's that there. right? And you know what? I do remember it because I had the Uno logo in the show. Was it Mattel? Is this it? No, that was something else. Dang, I know. Y'all give me a moment because now it's really frustrating. Y'all give me a moment because it's really now it's it's getting to me now. Hang on. This is why I do the thumbnails the way I do them, so that way I can track it here. My designs. Let's see. Type in now. Where in the hell? Don't give me a moment. Because I know I'm not. I know I can get crazy. But I know I'm not crazy. Give me a moment, y'all. By the way, as I find this, y'all, hope your morning is going well. It is 32 minutes after 11 a.m. here. Glad to have all of you here in the building with me. Las Vegas. Why in the hell am I not seeing it? Because now it's starting to frustrate me. Okay, let's do this. I'm gonna go to oldest. And then it should pop up because we didn't do it that long ago. As soon as I see it, I'm going to lose it because I know I did. I know it's going to be in more recent times. Y'all, so give me a moment. I really am trying to see this here, so I got to. This is what happens when you do so many damn shows. Because it inspired that live that night. Because I remember I did like literally the same day, actually. Not up cheap. Dates. Six Flags. That's Destination D23. Red Love. I said, I know once I see it's going to piss me the hell off because I know I did it. As soon as I see it, you know. Okay, there's Chuck's Arcade. I think I'm getting closer. As you really start to look at like your content stuff, you don't really realize how many, you know, things you've done, how many shows you've done. Good Lord. Next gen. It's next Evo Jam. That's that there. So I'm trying to really oh, you know what? Hang on, let me see something. Maybe in that live, let me just go to it because maybe in that live. Okay, hang on. Oh, you know what it was? That's okay. Hang on. I know what's going on. I did it as a positive news story. That's what's going on. Okay, so I gotta go to May 22nd, 2025. See, sometimes you just gotta breathe for a minute. That's why the descriptions are so important. Okay, so let's see here. It's May 22nd. Okay, this here, let me see. So Beyonce, that's why. Okay. Yep, right here. Okay. All right, y'all. It took me a minute. Listen, at least I'm transparent with y'all, okay? Listen. So on this show right here, Beyonce, Joe Biden, Sesame Street, Yo Gotti, Angela Simmons, Chris Brown, Blue Ivy, Wendy Williams, and Google. 8 of the day trial. So 3 shows in one day. And here it is right here in one day, ladies and gentlemen. There. All right. It's time for your positive news story. Y'all know I got it for you. And y'all, this has been joked about for so many years. But now it's happening from marketingdive.com. Dive brief, Uno plays into game night trend with themed social clubs. To kick off the campaign, the Mattel-owned brand plans on decking out a Las Vegas suite in themed decor. Let's get into it. I know. We have talked about many times over that Uno should never come to Vegas because if you think playing blackjack, spades, Russian roulette, slots ruins lives, but especially in the black community when it comes to spades, Uno is the spades for everybody else, and now it's coming to Vegas. Let's get into it. So this is actually the Uno Social Club suite, where if you entered a TikTok contest, you could have stayed in the suite, right? So talked about this, and then that inspired the live here, right? Because we talked about Dave & Buster's and Chuck E. Cheese and everybody else. And I said, what if the Uno Social Club actually was an actual place, right? Like a family entertainment center. So that's how that came to be. Now, with that being said, we can get back to our destination. So you just gotta breathe for a minute. Like I said, I do believe that there's something greater coming from this. I don't believe that they would just do these Uno social clubs in Los Angeles, California, New York City, New York, Chicago, Illinois, Atlanta, Georgia, Austin, Texas, without having something coming down the line. Now, of course, are they going to say that we're doing the Uno social club as our family entertainment center franchise? No, but I showed y'all this on the live, right? This is Mattel Adventure Parks. This is a whole park based on the world of Mattel, right? So you got Hot Wheels Bone Shaker, The Ultimate Ride, Hot Wheels Twin Mill Racer, and Barbie Beach House. So Mattel is making their own theme parks off of their own properties, right? So, like I said, they got the theme parks down. The Family Entertainment Center, that is next. I truly believe that. So now that I got my brain together, let me give y'all a fun fact. And I had no idea about this. Do you know where Uno was made or originally developed? Look at this. It was developed by Mae Robinson in Reading, Ohio, a suburb of Cincinnati, Ohio. Y'all, I'm in the state where Uno was born. What the hell is going on? Like, I mean, I know the Christmas Story House is here. I know the Pro Football Hall of Fame is here. Many other legendary things are in Ohio. But I had no idea that the birthplace for Uno was in Ohio. That's crazy, bro. That is crazy. So shout out to that. That is really cool. I'm in the state where Uno was made. Yes, indeed. All right, y'all. More Brain Leads Virtual Tour Live coming up right from the space right here, right now. So as you guys know, the president, the dumbass that he is, has been making life hard for everybody, including for people in different industries. One of those industries is the shoe industry, footwear industry. We talked about this on Brain Leads Virtual Tour Live, that these tariffs could end the shoe industry. However, Adidas has come out with something very cool. I saw this morning. I wanted to talk to y'all about it. So from The Verge, Adidas now offers a lace version of its 3D printed shoes. You heard me correctly. This is a 3D printed shoe. 3D printed. So literally they make the design and the 3D printer makes it do what it do, and it prints out shoes. 3D print has went a long way. There are different body parts that people have actually got a transplant for, and it works. It's mind-boggling. The new Climacool laced have an adjustable fit that you can make more or less snug. Here we go. Let's get into it. Adidas has released a new variant of its 3D printed Climacool shoes with laces, so you can adjust their fit and potentially tone down how tightly they hug your feet. Featuring a breathable lattice structure created through an additive printing process. The shoes have previously only been available as slip-on in a single off-white colorway, but now feature a black tongue and laces, potentially making them look less like an experiment in shoe design and more like a regular sneaker. The Climacool originally launched in last September in limited quantities, but Adidas expanded their availability in April 2025 with a global launch that included select Adidas store locations in the United States. The new $160 Climacool laced are $20 more expensive than the slip-on version. And while they're also available from selected retailers and Adidas stores starting today, they can only be purchased through the company's confirmed platform there. Okay. So that's the shoe. That's a legit shoe that you can put on your feet and walk around in. That is crazy. The shoes, laces, and tongue are made from materials that aren't 3D printed, right? The shoe's main structure is still 3D printed as a single piece in a process that Adidas says takes approximately 24 hours and includes spinning, baking, and compression using high-tech polymers. The upper portion of this Climacool lace features a slightly different design than the slip-ons that now incorporates printed eyelets, but the tongue and laces are made from different materials added afterwards that aren't 3D printed. The new version will potentially make the Climacool more comfortable and compatible with a wider variety of foot sizes while retaining the unique features of their 3D printed lace structure that was breathable and fast drying. First of all, I think that this is so cool. And here's the press release here from Adidas here. So as you can see, that's what it looks like with the Adidas stripe. It looks like a whole actual factual shoe. This is crazy, child. So here's some people wearing the shoe. So you see it's a wearable shoe. You know what? I'm not mad at this. I think so many times we talk about, can technology do good? And I'm like, why not? If I had the money, I would get them. I absolutely would. And I'm saying this because I don't really spend money on myself like that. Y'all, I really don't. I pay my bills first. There was a quote on, oh, wow. So there's a shoe more close up. So you see it is 3D, those the white stripes there. But I mean, yeah, it's you see the molding on them. And when I mean molding, I mean the mold in terms of the shoe being made. Then there's the sole on the inside. I wonder if Famous Footwear has these. And then there's the inside of the shoe. And you know what? I just thought about this. You could put like Dr. Scholl's, foot inserts if you wanted to. Because I don't know how comfortable a 3D shoe is, because I never worn one before. But I say, why not? I absolutely say, why not? This is really, really, really cool. Let's see here. And then here is the slip-on version here. So that was the laced that you guys just saw. This press release came out September 28th of 2024. So here is the slip-on. Now, I love me a good slip-on shoe. If I can slip on and go, well, that's my vibe. And no, that does not mean you're lazy if you wear slip-on shoes, okay? There's a lot more people doing slip-on than actually tying up shoes, okay? Wow. That is crazy. But what do y'all think about it? I think it's cool. I mean, like I said, if I had the money, I would definitely get it. Now, are there wearable everyday shoes? That we don't know. So here are sizes here. So, four and a half, they're out. 10 and a half, 11 and a half, 12 and a half, 13 and a half, 14 and a half, they're sold out. So all they have is 5.5, 6.5, 7.5, 8.5, 9.5. So no review on them yet. Right here, inspired by the sensation of transformative structures, these shoes adjust and conform to your environment with a lightweight, multi-dimensional lace configuration. They are built for airflow and movement. A foot hugging design provides a 360-degree airflow for all-day comfort. Climate Cool wicks and disperses sweat for cool, dry, distraction-free performance. Climate Cool helps you manage sweat with materials that wick and manage sweat quickly. Its fast, dry fibers give you a fresh skin feel. You know what? Let's do this, because I want to see if there's a YouTube review on this, and I'm sure there is. So let's watch that real quick, because I'm curious. Adidas Climate Cool, right there. That's what I'm looking for. All right, so let's watch this video here from Wear Tester. Shout out to Wear Tester.
By getting to try out some seriously cool tech. As a gamer myself, I've been hands-on with.
In a world where we wonder what is next for footwear in terms of overall innovation, Adidas comes out with this thing. This is crazy. Hey, what's going on, guys? My name's Chris. Welcome back to the official WearTesters.com YouTube channel. Today, we got a detailed look and review on these potential bad boys right here. This is the Adidas Climate Cool. It's a brand new shoe from Adidas featuring technology that we have seen in footwear, but not quite like this. Although we have, but like, I guess not from a mainstream brand. I've seen it around. It just hasn't been done like this before. But either way, this is the packaging. It's a pretty basic Adidas box, which I do think is interesting. You'd think that for a shoe like this, that it would come in something a little bit more of, I don't want to say like a premium package, but more of a package that would tell the story of the product better. Although the shoe is kind of about not wasting, like not using materials that you typically would, which then ends up producing a lot of waste. So maybe,
I mean, I guess for the box, we go back to the box here. It would be cool if, well, I mean, if they could make a 3D shoe, they can make a 3D box, but then you got to think about overhead, right? So what would be the cost of making a 3D box and then putting the shoes in that 3D box and then packaging it and all that stuff, and then the label and all that stuff. So I guess that's why they stuck with that. But that would have been cool, a 3D box for the 3D shoes.
Like better. Although the shoe is kind of about not wasting, like not using materials that you typically would, which then ends up producing a lot of waste. So maybe that's what this is about. Maybe you're supposed to just recycle the box and you're good to go. When you open the box, the shoes are packaged inside of, I don't know what to call this, but just this baggie right here. It's a Ziploc. I do think it's funny that the shoes themselves do come with paper shoe tree stuffings. Not necessary. The shoe holds its own. You can do whatever you want to it, fold it up, all that kind of stuff, and it pops right back. Stuffings, not necessary. The shoe holds its own. You can do whatever you want to it, fold it up, all that kind of stuff, and it pops right back into shape.
That's what she said.
Now, as for the product itself, it's very plain, so there's not a lot to talk about in terms of color, panel placement, design, things like that. Obviously, they look like an Adidas, so when you look at these, you're like, oh, I kind of recognize that. That's even without the 3 stripes, which are boldly present. It does beg the question, though, like, is this it, or will there be other colored shoes like this? Like, are they going to use black as a material? I know that they've used red before, and I'm not talking about Adidas specifically, but there was a 3D printed training shoe from Under Armour, and it had like a red 3D printed wedge and stuff like that. So are we going to see other colors? Will they be tonal? Are they going to be able to put prints, graphics on this stuff? I don't know.
I think that if they could do this, I could definitely see branded shoes for sure. I mean, imagine, for example, y'all know the Sprite, tee. By the way, if you haven't had Sprite tea, it is amazing. Imagine, if you will, they came out with a Sprite tea shoe where like the shoe was green, but the stripes were brown for the tea. So you would have been wearing Sprite tea shoes. That would have been cool with this.
don't know. It'll be interesting to find out because the material itself is super weird. Now, I'm assuming that this is a fully 3D printed product. I'm not super familiar with 3D printing, so I'm not gonna like pretend to be an expert on that. I don't have a 3D printer. I've never played with one. I have seen them in stores doing their thing, you know, like doing whatever. And I've seen some videos of like people 3D printing weird stuff, like for action figures or I don't know, weird things. Not weird as in like super weird, but like things that you'd be like, oh, I need that, I'm gonna just make it myself. But either way, we've got a fully 3D printed product right here, and it's completely wearable. It's so weird because the stuff that I've seen before and even the 3D printed products that I've used before in footwear have been extremely hard, like uncomfortably hard.
No, don't like that.
So when I was talking about that wedge from Under Armour that used the 3D printed material, that was literally a training shoe, and the base of the shoe that used that 3D printing midsole literally felt like it. It was firm as shit, not comfortable, didn't have compression, none of that stuff. Adidas has been working with things like the 4D shoes and stuff like that, where the midsoles are made like this, and they do compress, they do deflect and return energy. They're really cool. This, again, takes things up a notch though, and they make the entire shoe out of it. So again, it's one full piece. The outsole is interesting though, because one of the first things that I thought of, like especially when I pulled it out of the bag, I was like, oh, these are completely see-through. It's damn near like an enclosed sandal. So I was like, what happens if you step on some dog? That was my first thought. So I flipped these things over, and while there are holes in the bottom for that stuff to get into, there are solid pieces in the heel and forefoot to hopefully prevent something super bad from happening.
So it looks like they really did do their, I mean, of course, Adidas is one of the biggest shoe brands in the world, so of course they're going to do their homework. But I like how this here is solid, but this part here is open because, like they said, if your feet do sweat, then all this technology will regulate that sweat. And like I said, to go back here just for a minute to this part right here, the fact that it comes in a bag is different. I guess that's to keep the condition of the shoe, you know, decent. But yeah, let's get back to it. This is very interesting.
The comfort out of it, it's squishy, but not too in a way that they were still thinking of footwear. They're not just like, oh, let's just 3D print something that we can shove on our foot. Like, let's make something that's heel and forefoot to hopefully prevent something super bad from happening. I will say that if these things do get dirty, one of the cool parts about them is that you could just hose them off. I wouldn't even like need to stick this in a washing machine. Literally get your hose, spray some cleaner on there, hose it off, and you should be good to go. One of the weirdest, like easy maintainable footwear products I've probably seen besides like a flip-flop. The midsole is super comfortable. This is nothing new in terms of wearing Adidas products like this that use the 3D or 4D printed soles, because they are comfortable. I think they're cool. I will say that this is a little bit firmer than some of those. Even just twisting it and trying to fold the shoe in half, the midfoot section is definitely a lot stronger than the flex zone in the forefoot. You can tell that whoever designed the structure of the midsole, the midfoot, and all of that stuff, and the way that it all combines, they did so in a way that they were still thinking of footwear. They're not just like, oh, let's just 3D print something that we can shove on our foot. Like, let's make something that's really actually functional and is a piece of footwear. It just so happens to be 3D printed. But yeah, you still get all of the comfort out of it. It's squishy, but not too squishy. It's got some give and some bounce. It feels really dope. I gotta say, I can't even lie. This is cool. Is it like boost level amazing? I wouldn't say that. I would just say that for doing something like this, it feels very good. I also will say, just being able to hold something like this in hand, you can kind of like press, I don't know, the fibers or whatever it is that you want to call these things. You could just move them so that you could see a little bit of like what's in.
This is really fascinating. And the reason why I brought this up is because could this be, hey, Linnell, so welcome back. Could this be a solution for the footwear industry? I did not know Under Armour was using 3D printing in their shoes. I don't think Skechers is doing it. Nike, I'm sure Nike has done 3D print before, but not a whole shoe that was 3D printed, right? So, yes, indeed.
In it, or like how it's all together. Some pieces are really long, some of them aren't. Like if you look inside of the collar, basically, there are Achilles notches, which is very interesting right here at the ankle, and they puff out so that they kind of contour and move into your foot, almost like a one-to-one fit, which would be sick for this. Like you can scan your foot. That's where I think this is going, is like you scan your foot, they'll print you what you want. You know what I'm saying? Like when we talk about pre-orders for footwear, they'll give you like a custom shoe. Like it'll.
The only thing I can equate to that is Apple Vision Pro. So when I went to the Apple store, they literally had to take my glasses to get my prescription and they got my prescription for Vision Pro because it's customized, like no joke. Like, and I think it costs like what, $3,000 for those. So I can see what he means by, again, the customized. By the way, so the lace shoe is available, right? But these shoes right here, the Climacool shoes, will be available on Sunday, July 20th at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So $140 for the slip-ons, and then it will be $160 for the laced. Okay, so just wanted to let you guys know that there. So that is the that's the slip-on. And if I go back, here is the laced shoes here. I really am fascinated by this, sincerely. I think that this is a really cool product. And shout out to Adidas for taking the swing. I mean, this is forward thinking, right? I think this is definitely forward thinking. Like, and I'll say this, I think people will wear these shoes before Yeezys. Fight me. Okay, I really do believe that people will wear this before, Yeezy shoes, because Yeezy shoes, they look dumb as fuck to me. I don't understand their existence, just like I don't understand Kanye West's existence. But back to the video.
It'll be for your foot, period. When you look at this, it puffs out into your anatomy essentially, and then when you look at the outside, it's like completely smooth, it's flat, it's weird. And so I was like, what the heck? So I'm like looking at it, and you can just see that the fibers in that section are longer. It's really cool. It's like all being bridged together. Super interesting. Even inside, I was like, what the heck is this? Like, can you put an insole or maybe like an orthotic? And you can, you know what I mean? It's really dope. So yeah, that brings me to the upper. Obviously, it's all one shell. So it's all one thing. This actually, that makes sense with Adidas, the shell toes. That's kind of sick. I'm surprised they actually didn't put the shell in here somewhere. But either way, you've got their logo completely printed into the product, and airflow is abundant in these, man. Like I said, it's kind of like wearing a shoe and a sandal at the same time. You get all of the protective layers that, normal footwear would give you, but you get all the breathability that normal footwear doesn't give you. So it's just a really interesting concept. I almost think this looks like art, functional art, if you will. This is taking things up a notch. When we look at footwear as a whole, we always kind of be like, yeah, like some of these are art pieces. When you look at them, when you look at some of Tinker's old work or any other designer, and you're like, yeah, this is sick. You could see the designs, the inspirations, whatever. This is that new age where somebody was smoking some good stuff when they came up with this one, man. It's cool. But yeah, you could probably wear these with or without socks, however you'd like. I will say that with socks, the collar is a little bit hard to get into. There's not a lot of give to it, so it's hard to open up the collar or the throat of the shoe, if you will, and then slide your foot in there. Just kind of like the rubber stuff, which is what the material feels like. It feels kind of rubbery. It just catches on.
That's probably why they made the laced version of this.
The fabric of your socks, so it's a little bit difficult to get on. If you wear the Yeezy slides or the foam runners and all that stuff, kind of similar to that.
By the way, nobody wears Yeezy. No one. No one at all. No. Adidas was so ready to get rid of Yeezy, it was ridiculous. Okay? And the only people who bought them were Kanye fans. No one regular bought Yeezy stuff. No one.
Now, in terms of sizing, I normally am a size 9. These are a size 9.5. I could see my toe right at this tip right here where the material kind of like points almost or is printed into an arrow. And so it makes this line right here at the tip. My toe is like right there. So I think that's the way that they intend for them to fit, is that you give yourself a little bit of room, especially with how tapered they are, like a Yeezy. So if you were to go true to size, I think that it might squish your toes in a little bit too much. So I would recommend going up half a size if possible. I know these are sold out right now, but again, if they restock or come out with future colorways and all of that stuff, I would go up half a size. Now, with all of that being said, what is today's user submitted question of the day?
Today's question of the day is brought to you by me messing up in one of our videos last week. So it had just been
performance review.
It had just been omitted, and it was strictly
nobody
performance.
watched that video anyways. It's fine.
But this guy made me laugh with his comment, so it's coming in for this video. They had said the amount of information packed into one video is incredible. If I had to choose between Cheez-Its and Cheetos, I'm picking Crunchy Cheetos. Inserted my own question of the day. So
I did see that question. That was funny. Was that in the performance review?
Yeah.
Or that was their question or the comment?
They were just like, hey, this
no
part
question
was...
of the day. I got you.
Yeah. So Cheez-Its or Cheetos?
Well, if I was young, I'd pick Cheez-Its because they're bomb. But now that I'm old, they give me heartburn like wick Kid Heartburn. And I hate that we walk by them at Costco and it's in a big box. And I'm like, I really want you, but I can't have you. So yeah, I'm not doing it. I'll go Cheetos, Puffs. Okay, I like the Puffs. I like the texture. I like the way that it feels like you can crunch down on it. You?
I pick Cheetos.
Even now?
Even now.
They don't give you heartburn? What is it in them that gives you heartburn? It's
I don't know.
Crazy.
The most random stuff gives me heartburn now, so I just live and let live, and I take Tums.
I mean, yeah, I do that too, but I could taste when something's about to give me heartburn. As soon as I taste it, I'm like, oh.
Really?
Yeah. I'm like, oh, this is gonna f me up. And for those of you wondering, like, oh, why don't you just take like I have to. My heartburn's so bad, I have to take a prescription version of it to keep the heartburn down. I think it's because I like eating Mexican food, and I just can't stop.
By the way, it looks like these are some 3D shoes here. Nike React X Rejuve 8. Right there, that review there.
But with all that being said, thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching. Let us know what you think about them in the comment section below. We will catch you guys in the next one. So until then, you guys have a good one.
Great job. I never heard of Wear Testers until today, so shout out to them. Let's see here. 301 comments. 5 minutes, 19 seconds. For a person with crazy large and wide flat feet, a shoe that's scanned and then 3D print to my foot perfectly sound like a dream. Those are fire. The only problem is that small stones will get stuck on the outsole, so you won't be able to hose them out. You have to manually take them out one by one. Got them on Mother's Day, and they're the most comfortable thing in the world. Light, amazing for my back problems, comfy to work out, and very breathable, versatile. I'm in love. Feel like Adidas has really been pushing the envelope lately. It's refreshing to see. I prefer to see some off-white continental rubber or something on the bottom of the shoe. I know it'll throw the vibe off, but will have some nice durability to the on the bottom. You know what? That could be coming out later for like workers and stuff. Like if you work at, you know, a fast food restaurant, or you work at a grocery store, or any job that is demanding on your feet. I could see that. iStar 1141. That's good. That's very good. I've listened to you talk about shoes for more than half of my life. Tell me that isn't crazy. Love all your videos. You're the sneaker goat. Just remember that, Chris. That was a very nice comment. Wow. That's awesome. Adidas 4D midsole is incredibly comfortable. Once you break it out, I can imagine how comfortable that futuristic footwear Kith collab is dope. I just came back from vacation and wore these daily, very comfortable. I wear a size 10 all Nikes. I went half side down in these so I can wear them without socks. They look amazing on feet. They get dirty fast. I like that you can wipe them clean and keep moving. Overall, a good type sneaker. So there you go. So it looks like people are really here for it. So that's what's up. Listen, my birthday is coming up. But also, Adidas, can you give me all the colors too? Sincerely, I would like a black one, please and thank you. Anyway, with all that being said, that was a really cool destination. I love being able to bring stuff to y'all that maybe you don't know about. So yes, indeed, there. All right, y'all. More Brand News Virtual Tour Live coming up right from the space right here and right now. So from TheVerge.com, once again, HMD is scaling back to the United States, killing Nokia all over again. Even Barbie couldn't save it. So there was a Barbie phone that came out in partnership with Nokia. HMD Global, the company best known for licensing the Nokia brand for new phones and tablets over the last decade, has announced that it will scale back its U.S. operations and appears to have stopped selling both HMD and Nokia devices entirely. HMD confirmed the withdrawal in a statement shared with The Verge and acknowledges a challenging geopolitical economic environment, which sounds like it might be a polite way of saying tariffs. It does. While HMD's statement does not confirm a complete departure from the U.S. market, its website tells a different story. HMD's web store is no longer online, and product pages either give no buying information or where to buy button that isn't functional, despite the fact that some headsets are still available to buy from Amazon and other retailers. HMD says will continue to honor warranty coverage service for existing products, which will be handled by the company's global support teams. As for U.S. employees, the company did not confirm details of job losses when asked, but says it's committed to supporting U.S. staff during this transition. Based in Finland, by the way, that is the home of long drink, by the way, delicious beverage, for sure, alcoholic beverage. HMD was formed in 2016 in order to purchase Nokia, the Nokia featured phone business from Microsoft, which had in turn bought the Alien brand in 2014 and also secured a license to use the Nokia name on smartphones and tablets with a focus on affordable and mid-range hardware, right? In 2023, HMD announced plans to launch products under its own brand, including the repairable Skyline, which oddly remains the only Android phone with QI2 support. So this is a repairable phone right there. So very different for those who want a tactile experience with their phone. Along with brand partnerships like the Barbie flip phone and the Heineken boring phone. Ever since Nokia has been regulated to feature phones, only 4 HMD branded smartphones ever launched in the United States, and none since the mantra HMD Fusion came out in September 2024, though several other HMD phones have launched internationally at that time. Here is HMD's global statement in full. Like many global businesses, HMD is navigating a challenging geopolitical and economic environment after careful to scale back our U.S. operations. Our priority is ensuring a seamless transition for our customers and partners. We will continue to honor all obligations, including warranty coverage and service for existing products, and provide full support through our global teams. We deeply value the contributions of our U.S. colleagues impacted by this change. Are committed to supporting them during this transition. HMD remains focused on long-term growth with strong momentum across our mainstream business and key segments such as family, secure, and microfinancing. So there you go there. I will say Nokia, hey, Coach James Hodge, good to see you, good sir. I will say Nokia needs to stay around because you got Google with the Pixel, you have Apple with the iPhone, and for everybody who can't afford a Pixel and for everybody who can't afford an iPhone, you do need a third party, right? For just in case, you know what I mean? Sometimes you might get a Nokia phone that's a backup phone, right? So I do think third party retailers. I wish LG never got out the phone game, because LG phones, they are some of the best. I mean, the LG chocolate from Verizon was fire. Okay, that the LG chocolate was basically the Android version of the iPod Touch. Sincerely, so there is that there. All right, y'all. Finally, we got Tesla to talk about. Yes, indeed. Once again, from TheVerge.com. Tesla's autopilot is under scrutiny in a rare jury trial. A fatal Tesla crash from 2019 is going to trial, where jurors will be asked to weigh in on whether Tesla is at fault. The company has been able to dodge responsibility in the past. So right here, so this is the plaintiff Chevrolet Tahoe after the crash. So yeah, all that was caused by Tesla. Good man. Tesla is on trial in Miami today in a case that accuses Elon Musk's company of liability in a failed crash involving autopilot. The driver assist system that has come under scrutiny in the past for a number of failed incidents, but Tesla has only rarely faced a jury trial over the question of whether autopilot was at fault for someone's death. The trial comes at a particularly risky moment for Tesla, which is currently forging ahead with its plans to introduce more robo-taxis for cities. The company is also experiencing a months-long backlash from Musk's hard right turn and his work before he set his administration. Autopilot, which can control steering and braking functions as well as perform automatic lane changes while on certain highways, has come under increased scrutiny from federal regulators. It has been at the center of several lawsuits, some of which Tesla has settled and others which has been dismissed. The case in question involves an attentive driver of a Tesla Model S and a couple who were out stargazing late at night. Neville Benendez, 20, was ill in 2019 when George McGee's Model S rammed into a stationary SUV parked next to a T intersection. McGee was using autopilot but had dropped his phone and was unattentive at the time of the crash. Menendez and her boyfriend, Dion Angelo, who was seriously injured, were standing outside the SUV when McGee's Tesla plowed into it. The case, which is me and her in the U.S. District Court for the Southern District of Florida, was filed by Angelo and the family of Benevez. Benavides. Sorry, y'all. Listen. Black man from Arkansas. Okay, listen. Tesla plans to argue that the company is at fault because autopilot was not fully controlled the vehicle at the time of the crash. Signed data shows that McGee overrode the driver's assist by pressing the accelerator at the time of the crash. Okay, but here's the thing. It still happened, right? So that's like, so basically you're trying to disassociate yourself from the crime. Guess what? It still happened in that Tesla, which means y'all are a part of this. Also, Tesla has long argued that drivers bear responsibility when crashes occur involving autopilot. On its website, the company says that its driver assistance systems require active driver supervision, do not make the vehicle autonomous. Plaintiffs will argue that the system bears some responsibility for failing to warn the driver that a crash was imminent. Facts, because the safety features of a car that have come standard now, that should have been turned on automatically. And the automatic emergency braking should have worked even if autopilot wasn't engaged. Still, it will be tough for plaintiffs to convince the jury that Tesla was at fault. In Florida, automobile liability cases, the standard is whether the car manufacturer exhibited a reckless disregard for human life equivalent to manslaughter by design, marking the vehicle report notes. Indeed, in another case involving a crash from 2019, Tesla was found not liable for the death of a Model 3 owner whose vehicle crashed while driving an autopilot. In another case, the jury ruled against plaintiff Justine Rousseau, who sued Tesla after her vehicle hit a median while using autopilot. Tesla has managed to dodge responsibility for failed crashes involving its products for a long time. The company was forced to issue several recalls after a federal investigation into dozens of crashes involving Tesla vehicles with autopilot, but it has never been criminally indicted. In 2023, Musk laughed off a question from investors as to whether his company would accept legal responsibility for its self-driving vehicles in the future. There's a lot of people who assume we have legal liability, Musk said, judging by the lawsuits. Still, the stakes are incredibly high for Tesla, but then again, when are they not? The presiding judge in the Florida case has ruled that the plaintiffs may seek punitive damages from Tesla because Tesla has refused to impose geographical limits on autopilot, despite evidence that the system was ill-equipped to handle some situations. The judge said that a jury could reasonably rule against Tesla. A reasonable jury could find Tesla acted in reckless disregard for human life for the sake of developing their pride and maximizing profit. And that's basically what it is. Because they talked about, because at Tesla they talk about the functionality of it, the interior, the simplicity, all that. But also too, you are responsible for letting them know the dangers of it. And this is not the first time. So, jury, make Tesla pay, make Elon Musk day fucked, please and thank you. And I will be reporting it right here on Brayley's Virtual Tour Live. So that is the show. We did that 1 hour, 17 minutes, and 18 seconds. Not too bad on Showtime. Yes, indeed. Let me see if I can find y'all a positive news story there, because I know that story there with Tesla was a bit much there. Let's see. Trying to see something there. If there is something positive, yes, indeed. But while I'm doing that, hopefully your afternoon now, 18 minutes after 12 o'clock. Hopefully all is well with y'all. By the way, Stranger Things season 5 trailer is out. Okay, so let's do that. That'll be a positive news story because I know that there are some Stranger Things fans out there. So let's get into it. From Variety.com, Stranger Things 5 trailer Vecna comes to Hawkins for an explosive bout this final season Netflix's blockbuster series. Netflix has released the trailer for the 5th and final season of Stranger Things, created by the Duffer Brothers. Stranger Things 5 picks up in the aftermath of Vecna leaving Max and Pomac, spreading the upside down to Hawkins at the end of the explosive trailer. Vecna arrives to go to war against the game. The official synopsis for Stranger Things 5 reads, Hawkins is scared by the opening of the rifts, and our heroes are united by a single goal: find and kill Vecna, but he's vanished. His whereabouts and plans unknown, complicating their mission. The government has placed the town under military quarantine and has intensified its hunt for 11, forcing her into hiding. As the anniversary of Will's disappearance approaches, so does a heavy, familiar dread. The final battle is looming, and with it, a darkness more powerful, more deadly than anything they've faced before. To end this nightmare, they'll need everyone, the full party, standing together one last time. The main cast is back for season 5. Winona Ryder as Joyce Byers, David Harbour as Jim Hopper, Millie Bobby Brown as Eleven, Finn Wolf Hard as Mike Wheeler, Gaten Matarazzo as Dustin Henderson, Caleb McLaughlin as Lucas Sinclair, Noah Sharp as Will Byers. By the way, Will, predicted what the spinoff would be. And the Duffer Brothers said, how'd you figure that out? You're right, but don't say shit. So we just gotta wait until the spinoff comes out, y'all. Joe Kearney as Steve Harrigan, Sink as Max Mayfield, Natalia Dyer as Nancy Wheeler, Charlie Hean as Jonathan Byers, Maya Hawke as Robin Buckley, Jamie Campbell Bauer as Vecna, and more. New cast members include Nell Fisher, Holly Wheeler, Jake Connolly. Nell Fisher as Holly Wheeler, Jake Connolly as Derek Turnbriar, and Alex Bro as Lieutenant Akers. Terminator star Lindsay Hamilton has also joined the cast in a mysterious role. So here's the trailer. Unfortunately, I cannot play it because y'all know how Netflix is. The platforms are about playing trailers and stuff. Got cut out. So, but there it is. There, you guys can watch it on Netflix YouTube channel, and of course, just go to Variety or type in Variety magazine, Stranger Things, and then it'll pull you up on Google to this article. So, with that being said, I'm gonna turn on my camera now because we know how show over. And how are yes we have. What a good show today. Yes, indeed. 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 Man. I think the story that really saddened me was Mae Robertson, 101 years old. Like I said, I know that 101 years old is a long time, so she has lived a long life, but we're losing our legends, y'all. We really are losing our legends. Nicki Minaj, child. No, you going after women? No. Like I said, queens don't move like this. Princesses do. Uno, like I said, I believe that the Uno Social Club will be something bigger for Mattel. Of course, they're not saying anything right now, but I do believe that will be their family entertainment center. Because guess what? At the Uno Social Club, they can also add arcade games as well. I can see them doing Uno themed buffet as well. So that's just me. I already, pitched it on the YouTube channel. So if you missed that, just type in Uno Social Club, and you'll be able to watch the whole thing here. Adidas, the 3D printing shoe, that is so cool. Like I said, I don't mind those shoes. I would like to get them for my birthday. That would be kind of cool to get that for my birthday. Like I said, Nokia, I do think Nokia is still a powerful brand, platform, and entity that needs to be around for people that may not be able to get a folded phone that costs like over $1,000. Okay. Tesla, I hope that people bring you down. And I say that with so much disrespect through my soul, because to be this devoid of responsibility is a damn disgrace, shameful, and gutless behavior. And Kandi Burruss being honored with the Lifetime Achievement Award at BravoCon, very well deserved. The factual longest running housewife in the Housewives universe. So And not to mention Kandi never got fired from Bravo. Okay, she just didn't want to come back because Kandi Burruss is bigger than Bravo. Shocking, I know. Now, who needs Bravo more than they need them? I think that would be King Moore. Yes, indeed. There. See, we're just chillaxing. Just chillax. Actually, let's take a little commercial break. We'll be back with more Brainley's Virtual Tour live right after this. Like, comment, share, subscribe. We are live on tour. Roll it.
Beyond this gate, find gardens green and epic worlds to fill your dreams.
There's really no secret about our approach. We keep moving forward.
With the hope that it will be a source of joy and inspiration to all the world.
In Disney's 102-year history, there have been many defining moments and countless achievements. Today, we celebrate another thrilling moment, the creation of a spectacular new Disney theme park resort coming to Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi is a place where heritage meets innovation, a place where we preserve our past while designing the future.
Bringing a Disney theme park resort to Yas Island, Abu Dhabi marks a historic milestone in our journey as a global family destination.
The 7th Disney theme park resort destination represents a new frontier in theme park ambitions. Our resort in Abu Dhabi will be the most advanced and interactive destination in our entire portfolio. The location of our park is incredibly unique. It's anchored by a beautiful waterfront, which will allow us to tell our stories in completely new ways. Ultimately, this project will be a celebration of what's possible when creativity and progress come together.
What we are creating with Disney in Abu Dhabi is a whole new world of imagination, an experience that will inspire generations across the region and the world.
This collaboration represents a powerful fusion of Disney's unmatched legacy in storytelling and Mira's commitment to bringing world-class entertainment to our guests.
Abu Dhabi's vision for the future is to create a legacy for generations to come.
Disneyland Abu Dhabi will be authentically Disney and distinctly Emirati. An oasis of extraordinary Disney entertainment at this crossroads of the world. It will bring to life our timeless characters and stories in many new ways, becoming a source of joy and inspiration for the people of this vast region to enjoy for generations to come.
And it was plain to see you were my destiny. God, you were found. I come from your face. Our son is your son. Welcome to the celebration. We all we got. I'll see that. Don't you leave here to go for happiness. I want you to leave here to show I'm loving it.
I'm loving y'all right back. Welcome back into Brainley's virtual tour live. Glad to have all you here in the building with me. A very, very, very good show this morning. We covered a lot per usual. So for the rest of you all, to let you know what's going on tonight over here, at 6 o'clock, we will be covering Virgins. Yes, indeed, that TLC show. We'll be covering episode 3, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, I think we'll be covering episode 3 tonight. And then after that, at 8:30, we'll be covering 90 Day Fiancé Hunt for Love. We are getting into episode 8 tonight. So, jam-packed day for all of you. 3 shows in one day. Lord, the things I do for the people I care about, with just y'all. With that being said, one love, much love, all love. I feel the love and send it right back to y'all. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye now. One more thing. In the words of Anonymous T, how can I forget? In the words of Anonymous T.
Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because.
Bye, everybody.
I thought I should tell you, they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you, and you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now, they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you, they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you, and you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now, they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner.
Good evening. My name is Mark Woodbury. I'm the chairman and CEO of Universal Destinations and Experiences. Well, we're finally here. Tomorrow we begin a new chapter at Universal Orlando Resort as we open Epic Universe. We built this place for you. I want to thank you, our fans, for your love of our stories, characters, and immersive experiences that inspired this incredible place. Epic Universe represents over 8 years of meticulous planning, immense creativity, and innovation, combined with unmatched craftsmanship and operational excellence on the part of thousands of people who have brought to life the stories and characters that live beyond each of Epic's portals. But it represents so much more. Your love of Universal and the deep connections we've shared together here in Orlando over the past 30 years inspired us to dream bigger and to push the boundaries to create something extraordinary for you and for generations of fans and families to come. And tomorrow, as we open Epic Universe, I can't wait for you to experience this place for yourself. Now it's your turn to step inside, to lose yourself, and to share this place with the ones you love most. As we open this park, we hope your world becomes a little more epic. Tomorrow, Epic Universe becomes yours.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.
Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. But